Oh, she's, what, it's been, well, no, I drove it yesterday and it's decently warm outside, so it won't be that loud. All right, there we got a cold start. Let's see how loud she is. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we're going to be discussing stuff over the Monte Carlo. You guys remember I think it was about a month before I put the Monte Carlo away for storage, I did a 5 things I hate about my LS CAMMED Monte Carlo SS. And I intended to do a 5 things I liked about it immediately after that, like as the next video, but I never actually got around to doing that. So that's what today's video is going to be pretty much based on. First off, we gotta move the cobalt out of the way. I don't know why this camera does that. It literally just went flump flump, like on the screen. I got like a little pop-out screen. It just flipped all of a sudden for some reason. So let's move the cobalt out of the way, and then we'll actually get started on the 5 things that I love about my 5.3 LS CAMMED Monte Carlo SS. Actually absolutely annihilated a bird on that side of the windshield like about, I don't know, 2 hours ago. I was driving back home. My God, dude didn't get out of the way. He got absolutely destroyed. It was like pretty much right under where this stone chip is right here. It was like right there on the windshield. He flew up and then just boom, just smoked the windshield and flew back. I was like, damn, hope he didn't crack my shit. Parking brake isn't good enough. Put it in gear. All right, there we got a cold start. Yeah, it actually was pretty loud. But if you guys can hear me, pretty much I've been running E0 in this car, 0 ethanol, 92 octane recreational, for literally since we built it back in 19, and it's been running pretty damn well. I'll have to say that. Funny enough, that I have the cobalt, I really realize how lame it is to have an automatic. It's just, this car, if it was a 5, even a 5-speed, it'd be awesome if it was a 6-speed, but if it was a 5-speed rear-wheel drive manual car, stick car, this thing would be literally a blast. I would be okay with it if it was just an auto rear-wheel drive car, but it's an auto, so already kind of gay. Front-wheel drive makes it even gayer car, but it's, you know, it's kind of unique in its own way, because people that don't really know these things are like, oh yeah, spin the tires, you know, the rear tires. I'm like, it don't do that. it don't do that. It spins the front. Oh yeah, she's cold, bud. Oh, she's pretty cold, bud. What's up, Cobalt? Cobalt's like, I wish I was that cool. I'm just a rusty old bitch. It's actually really rusty under that car. That's why I'm not even gonna bother like doing mods to it. She is a rusty bastard. You can kind of see it down there in the wheel arch. You see that rust bubbling down there? That's just the start of it on that thing. God damn, let's give it a rev real quick. It's got a little bit of temp in her. Yeah, she's still pretty cold, bud. Actually, if you guys are even remotely interested in any of the 4-wheeler content, since it's getting nice outside, more of that will be coming. I'm also thinking about getting like a GoPro for my head / helmet sitting right here, actually. Jank ass helmet, really jank. But if you guys want to see more of that kind of content, I guess leave a comment in the description. You know, like the video, obviously, subscribe. Let's hope this is the year where the channel actually takes off a little bit, because I really enjoy making these videos for you guys. I really do genuinely enjoy making the videos. I think they're a blast to do. So if you guys do like the four-wheeler content you saw previously, there's a whole playlist on my channel for it. If you do want to see more, let me know in the comments or whatever. And yeah, let's get into the actual Monte Carlo. Where's that, damn it? There it is. Yeah. Ba-blam. Alright guys, so pretty much the premise of this video is going to be kind of what you would get from these cars stock, and then also added on is like what I've done to it, obviously. So like all the mods I've done to it will also be in this list, but the first few mods will be obviously what you get completely stock if you just bought one of these cars as is. So obviously the first number one thing, and the only reason probably why people buy these cars, is because of this right here. The 5.3 V8 full aluminum block. Unlike the Silverados, obviously they have an iron block, but like for the weight of this car, I feel like GM did a pretty decent job at really kind of just shoving this motor in here, because I think it was a 3.8 V6 originally. Some of them were supercharged, but they did a pretty damn good job fitting this thing in here. Now, I will say it is an absolute bitch to service the serpentine belt in any way, shape, or form. Especially down there on the crank, I can't even imagine. AC is what, way down here. Can't even imagine doing that. That's why I don't do that. And if I do, it's gonna suck, pretty much, end of story. But obviously, number one, the fact that it has an LS4 5.3 V8 in it really helps this car get off the line a whole lot quicker than it would otherwise. And speaking of getting off the line, like these things, I know this is an 06, so when you compare it to like a 5th gen 2010 Camaro SS, it's going to beat you, obviously, because of everything else combined. That LS, actually I believe that is a 6 liter or a 6.2 in those Camaro. Damn, big ass bug, what the fuck? Pretty much bigger block. You're gonna have more displacement, more power on top of that. And obviously, I heard a reason why they discontinued these is actually be to make way for the Camaro coming up. They didn't want something to, like, I guess, compete with the Camaro, I've heard. I don't think this would have competed with the Camaro, just saying like that. It's a front wheel drive. That already kind of sucks. People want to have fun with a rear wheel drive, you know, whip the ass end out, autocross, doing everything else. Donuts, having fun. They severely did this car dirty when they put a front wheel drive transmission in it. And it's especially when they put the exact same front wheel drive transmission that the V6s had. And the supercharged V6s, the trans could barely handle up with it. You know, like hold up with the power it was putting out, which is also bad enough. They just shoved one behind an LS, you know, V8, which held up even less time. That is a big ass B, dude. Oh, he just slammed his head into the gutter, damn. Number two, obviously, this is a mod that I've done to it. We've put a cam in it, me and my dad, obviously. 3 years ago coming up here. That's insane. This July, it'll be 3 years. We put a stage 2 Summit Racing cam in it, I believe. Don't really know exactly what it was. If I find it, I'll put it in the description exactly what cam I went with. I've seen a lot of you guys asking about that in the comments, like what cam specifically did you go with? But not 100% sure, honestly. Number three, guys, is obviously the styling of this car. Now, I know it's just based on a, you know, the original, I believe 2000 or 2001 through 2007 Monte Carlo. Literally the exact same body, apart from fenders, hood, and front fascia, tail lights, and rear bumper cover. It's exactly the same car besides that, literally the exact same car. But I think when they did with this one, they gave it a really sleek, cool, modern look to it. When you compare it to those older ones, that it just looks so much better. And the only part they did dirty with this car is originally from factory, they had the exact same headlights as an Impala. Exact same headlights, so I was like, those gotta go. I got these, and as you guys can see, it improves the look of the car so much. It makes it stand out like it's something special, which it is. It's not your average Monte Carlo / Impala. People, when I had the old headlights, people thought from the front it was literally an Impala, and I'm like, no thanks. For number four, this, a lot of people obviously might disagree with me on this, but would be the interior of this car. They might have a book bag over there, but like, I think with the interior of this car compared to like before they refreshed it, I guess you could say, they did a pretty good job with that. My friend actually has, before the refreshed year, Monte Carlo SS, like the Intimidator, and you could tell it was very early 2000s looking. I believe with this, they really helped it out. Like, it just looks a whole lot more sporty, and obviously the oil pressure gauge up here makes it look, some people think it's a boost gauge and people are like, oh god, what's he got going on with that? But it's just an oil pressure gauge, it's still NA. Obviously the SS, you know, in the center of the steering wheel instead of a bow tie, nice add to that. Obviously every single one of these has that. Not every one of them has the SS embroidered in the headrest right there, which I think was a brilliant idea. I don't know if that was a factory option or if somebody stitched it in, but nonetheless, it looks good, and it also matches this right here. This was also a very nice touch as well. I think with the gauges, the dash, this piece on the dash right here, the way the radio flows, some people are not a fan of this. I don't mind it at all, I think it fits it honestly. And the way the dash flows into the center console, I just think it's a very nice, well put together interior, even though it's a lot of, you know, plasticky parts, and this is like a plastic rubber thing, which is actually separated, which every single Monte Carlo does this right here. Let me get a good view for you guys. But yeah, that's what it looks like with the headlights on right there. Come on, focus. You can see it looks way better than it did before. Absolutely insane. I say number 5 would be what I did to it, obviously. I put a, well, I didn't. Me and my dad sent the transmission over to a guy that actually rebuilds those front-wheel drive transmissions solely. That's all he does. Went into his shop and he had like, I don't know, 100 of them. Literally those transmissions. And it was pretty cool. He had like a turbo Impala SS in there. Very cool. You know, he obviously does everything those transmission-wise. So it's just really cool to see somebody that does solely just that one thing. So we knew he was gonna do a good job on it, and he knocked it out of the park. This thing has held up to literally anything I've thrown at it. Obviously it's probably making only 375 to the wheels, but then again, that's a decent amount of power for a front wheel drive transmission with stock CV axles. They're not upgraded, they're exactly what they're supposed to be. So hopefully they don't break, fingers crossed. They haven't yet, but that doesn't mean when I go to the drag strip this year, I intend to do and bring to Monte Carlo. Hopefully they don't break. Obviously there's all this traction, they don't get to spin, they don't get to like break free a little bit. It's boom. So hopefully they don't snap. But that's probably gonna be all for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Obviously hit the subscribe button, like, share, anything you want to do to it. I really want to thank you guys so much for watching my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. I've seen you guys care more about the Monte Carlo videos than anything else. But when it comes to doing content over one car, it's difficult. Then obviously with many, you know, Cobalt, 4-wheeler, motorhome, all that. So if there's a video you guys really just don't want to see, please just let me know, because I'm going to keep making videos over those, because I don't want to bore you guys with the same shit every video. What the fuck? So yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see y'all in the next one.